Good morning. My name is Ravi. I'm a coach and consultant for the last 15 years. Mainly, I focus on sales training and customer relationship building. So, today, we're going to ask about what is this building rapport and trust. It's such an important element when we are coaching others. As you know, that people won't open up if they don't have a certain amount of rapport or trust towards us. So, what is rapport? Hmm. Sometimes I think rapport, when come to human being, it's the chemistry. When two people come together, if there is a certain amount of chemistry, then there is rapport. People are able to open up and communicate to share. Now, in coaching, when we are getting people to engage with us, people need to have certain amount of rapport with us so that they open up and talk. Can you imagine when you have a coachee, you look at them, they look at you for about 1 minute, there was no discussion. That is a sure sign of there is no rapport at all. But have you seen that sometimes when we meet people, they seems to be able to click together. The flow of discussion is so natural. Why this is? This is because there is a rapport. There is an element of trust. Now, question, how do we then build rapport? Let me share with you a story. And I have this client who I met and he was about to give me a big contract. And before I went for the meeting, his staff already told me that, hey, look, my boss is a very fierce guy. You don't have time. Don't give him any BS. Straight to the point. You only have 5 minutes. In fact, prior to that, 3 months before that, I actually met him and he actually already told me what I supposed to do. So now here I am in front of him uh, in order to show the result of the survey. And I was only given 5 minutes by the secretary. But you know what? That discussion went on for another good 1 hour and 30 minutes. What happened? Sometimes we need to do initial investigation before we are able to build rapport and trust. But how do you do it in a very quick 5 minutes? I think there are three things which we need to do as consultants or as a coach. Number one, I think we need to appear genuine. When we are genuine, we put ourselves in the shoes of the person, and when we are interacting, people are able to open up. Okay, so when I was discussing with him, I also implemented empathetic listening. I let him to talk. Instead of me straight away go in and share the discussion points, I actually allow him to share his concerns. So the more he opened up, and as I was paying attention, in fact, I always call it the Obama method, because very common for us when we are conversing with somebody, we want to quickly come in and tell something. So the Obama method is literally I actually put my finger over my lips and I hold my thoughts. So let him to talk. So the first point is you need to put yourself in the shoe of the person, genuinely interested in what he's sharing. Second is empathetic listening. That means let him to do all the talk. And third is the Obama method. Literally put your fingers to your lips so that allow him to talk. Now, if you do these three things, what happens is when the person finds that he have an opportunity to share with you more, he tend to have more trust because you are genuinely concerned with him. So rapport leads to trust. As a result, there's an open communication. I hope that these little tips will help you to build rapport and trust with the next person you meet in your coaching session. Thank you.